I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Mess with me and I'll knock your ass out. Well, it finally happened. I almost got into a fight. Now I say almost because I was ready to go, man. I was ready to go. The other person, however, backed down. Thankfully backed down, because I say thankfully not because I'm, you know, scared and don't believe in my abilities, but truly, I know this sounds like an after-school special kind of thing. No one wins in a fight. Seriously. Like people that was, let's fight. And some of the shit people say to each other, it's like, you've never been punched in the mouth, have you? Because if you've been punched in the mouth, you realize no matter what, that shit hurts. Whether you win the fight or not, that shit hurts. Your back's gonna hurt, your shoulders are gonna hurt, your face is gonna hurt, your stomach's gonna hurt for days, even weeks after a fight. So you know what? People that are gung-ho to get into fights, they're either like really good at it, or they've never really been in one. I used to go to I guess it's a cosmetic surgeon now. I used to go to a podiatrist in that building, and really nice guy. He just seemed like he was really into feet, like disturbingly so. But hey, we all do what we do, right? Alright, so yeah, so I almost got into a fight. I mean, it was close, man. I was having the kind of day I woke up, and now I really don't have, cue the soft sensitive music. I don't really have good days anymore. I just have days, and I try to get through them the best I know how to. I try my best. I pull myself up by my bootstraps, and I just go. I go until I can't go anymore. No, but I had that kind of day where it was, it just wasn't good. It was the kind of day like I was Michael Douglas in Falling Down, but I didn't have the horn-rimmed glasses or the, you know, short-sleeve dress shirt. Never was really much of a briefcase guy either, now that I think about it. So, I take my mom on errands. My mom lives with me, and I take care, well, we take care of each other. I mean, she's always looking out for me and stuff like that, and I always take her on her little errands and stuff. So we pull into a parking lot, and this parking lot definitely doesn't have the amount of designated, yes, stay in the middle of the road and you're making a turn. Block everyone else from going just so your fat Odyssey ass can make the turn. Anywho, so I take my mother on her errands, and I pull in this parking spot that, you know, doesn't have, you know, a lot of handicap spots. So we luckily find one, and it was one of the last handicap spots, because I'm going to go join her in the store, and I'm handicapped and I can park there. It's just the way it is. And right next to me, I'm about to get out of the car. I dropped her off in front of the store, and I went to go park. And right next to me, this guy pulls in with this pickup truck, and the way he parked, now Long Island, unless you're a contractor or own a business, there's really no need for a pickup truck in Nassau County. Everything's pretty close together, and having a pickup truck is just hard on everything else. But hey, people do what they want to do. So this guy pulls in, and I look out my side window, and the side of his truck is almost touching my car. So I'm like, what the all right, so I roll down the window. I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, could you straighten out your truck? I'm like, you really park crooked, and you're gonna make it hell for when I have to pull out or when someone has to get in. And he just gave me a look, and the minute he gave me a look, I knew it. I'm gonna punch this guy in the face. Today's the day. So he straightens out, and thank you, and I roll up the window, and he comes around my side, and he taps on the window, and I roll the window down. And, you know, because I stuck around, I didn't want to leave yet because I wanted to see if this jackhole was going to do anything to my car. And he taps on the window, I roll the window down, he's like, I just want you to know that if you're thinking of loading passengers, that's the wrong side. This side where the grid is. So I was like, no, I know that, but you were really close to my car, and I want to avoid any problems. He's like, There ain't gonna be a problem, trust me. And he walks away. Now, you don't say that to me, because I'm the kind of guy that if you say that to, you better be prepared to deal with a problem, because I don't care anymore. I honestly don't. Alright. Cue the sad music again. You know, every night I go to bed and I wonder if this is the last of my good days. I wonder if today was the best day I'm ever going to have, and if tomorrow's going to be so much worse. So when I go to bed, I say, goodbye world. I hope, nay, I pray, I wake up to a better Rob. So he goes walking away, and I'm sitting there, and I kind of digested what he said for a minute, and I was like, nah, hell no. So I get out of the car, and you know, I'm holding onto the car for balance. I get my balance, and I'm like, hey, fucko. Because where I come from, that's the best way to start a conversation with an adversary is, hey, fucko. You might use shithead, asshole, buddy, pal, whatever. For me, it's fucko. And I'm not bleeping that because it's not really a bad word. It's just a moniker. Fucko. Go ahead. Say it out loud to yourself. It's fun. Go ahead, give it a try. Fucko. See? Isn't that fun? So I get out of the car, and I carry things with me. Not firearms. They're not firearms, because those are definitely not illegal in the county of Nassau, state of New York, because we live in a very liberal state and county where people think that if you restrict the guns, well, that's going to keep people from having guns. Morons. Anyway, so I get out of the car, and I have in my hand, hidden so you can't see it, something that my father had as a police officer that he gave to me unknowingly, because I took it out of the garage, and once he realized I had it, he was like, just keep it, don't kill anybody. So I have it behind my back, and I'm like, hey, fucko. I'm like, you're gonna walk away like a pussy, or why don't we settle this like men right here? And he stopped in the middle of the street, and he looks at me, he's like, what? I'm like, you heard me. I'm like, let's go right now. I'm like, oh, you're gonna walk away like a little bitch. And I don't remember everything I said. Oh, happy walk. Oh, happy walk. Order, happy walk. Chinese and Japanese cuisine. And then go to the manicure foot spa. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I wonder what goes on in there. So he's looking at me like, this guy's got to be out of his mind. So I'm saying some choice things to him, and he stopped. And I used the movie line. I did. I didn't even think of it, and I forgot what movie it was. If you guys remember the movie, please put it down in the comments. But I just said to him, like, 2 things are keeping you from throwing hands like a man right now: fear and common sense. Now, I know that's from a movie. I know it is. But I was serious, damn it. And he's just looking at me. Now, it wasn't for fear of what I had in my hand, because he couldn't see it. That was behind my back. It was me he feared. So he looked at me for a while. I took 2 kind of gimpy steps forward, stood my ground, and then he turned around and just went, you know what, pal, ain't worth it. And he walked in the store. What followed him was, you pussy, you're a bitch, you're this or that, yeah, I thought so, all these things. So then I put whatever I had back into the car, and then I joined my mother in the store and had a very pleasant day. I mean, I felt really, really good about myself, because you know what? You know, oh my God, that's wrong, you shouldn't do that, but I'm going to explain. We're not going to cue the sad music. This is serious. When you have a problem, or when you're handicapped and you're out in the world that isn't, you're always watching out for yourself. You're always kind of heading off any problems that could be. You know, Kelly makes fun of me all the time, like, why do you always think about the negative? Why do you always check the exits? And why do you always look who comes in? And why do you always try to memorize what they wear? Well, because I'm never going to be a headline. I'm just not. You know, you're never going to open up the page and handicapped man beaten to within an inch of his life and police are investigating. No. If the police are investigating, they're going to be investigating looking for someone like me. I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to, you know, let someone just pummel me, you know, for lack of trying. Hey, if you win because you're the better fighter or you want it more, then hey, man, that's on you. Good for you. Congratulations. And just kind of pull me to the curb and, you know, get me out of traffic when we're done. But you're not going to win having more desire than me. You're not going to win having, you know, more balls than me. Because even though I have a problem, man, part of the reason why I walk as badly as I do is because I truly need a wheelbarrow for my testicles. I really do. I've always been that way. My father was very, very adamant about don't you dare come home crying. Don't. My father always told me, you're never going to get in trouble if you get suspended from school for fighting. You're going to get in trouble at home if you're not suspended and you didn't defend yourself. But yeah, so when I leave the house every day, I don't go looking for fights, but, you know, I'm not going to back down for anyone. That's just not going to happen. So if you're the kind of person that, you know, thinks you can back down people with your words or because you're quote-unquote a little bigger than everyone else, yeah, that's all fine and good, but that's not going to work with me. So hopefully you have something else in your arsenal, because the whole I'm a big tough guy thing, you know, with words doesn't work on me. The only people that unnerve me are the ones that are quiet, because those are the ones that are just like, dude, I know something you don't know, and well, if you want to find out, I'll show you. Those are the scary motherfuckers. They really are. So I told my mother what happened, and she's just shaking her head going, oh, Rob. And I was like, well, in my defense, it was a very, very bad day for me. And this guy got on to my last nerve. I mean, the parking thing, whatever, you know, shit happens. I get it. You know, but tapping on my window and thinking you're going to intimidate me? No, I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen any day of the week with me. It's just not going to. So, I was all proud of myself, you know. And as we were walking to the car, it was funny, my mom got a look at that. I was like, oh, Mom, that's the guy. And she's like, what guy? I'm like, that's the guy I almost beat the shit out of. And she looks at him, and she looks at me, and she's like, Rob, that guy's like 80 years old. And I'm like, yeah, so? She's like, you're walking around proud because you almost fought an old man? I'm like, you're goddamn right, because that 80-year-old guy is not going to mess with anyone ever again.